Hello, welcome to Off-Grid Thoughts channel. Today I'm going to go over a common issue with many vehicle alternators out there. This particular alternator is from your 2012 to 2015 Honda Civic 1.8 liter USA version. And what I'm going to go over is the connection that goes to your computer, which is right here. And the issue becomes because this pin in here is so small. It's not like the old days where you have a big spade connector and you've got a connector that plugs onto it that's a female connector. That's a very small pin connector. In this case, it's just one wire. I had a situation where, when I went to take this plug out to remove it, it was stuck in there, and so I got some pliers and I was able to pull it off. The wire was still inside. But when I tested the wire by pulling, it didn't take very much pressure at all, and the wire came right out, which was not good. The wire did not necessarily look too terrible, but the fact it didn't take hardly any pressure to pull it out, that was concerning. Had just a very slight amount of discoloration on the wire. It wasn't something that you would think that still might have been making connection. But remember, when the unit's hot and it's hot in the engine compartment, even if it was the connection seemed like it was okay, or the wire was okay, if that wire just comes right out of there, then chances are it fit even looser when it was warm or hot. And these are small wires, so I bought a new connector, and it seems like it's really high quality. And I pulled on it, and there's no issue with it. So the other issue is simply the pin on this really should be cleaned with some kind of cleaner, like possibly a little bit of brake parts cleaner or just parts cleaner. Not like a terrible amount. You don't want any of this stuff leaking down inside of the alternator and getting into the bearings or anything, but just something to try to loosen any corrosion on that pin. Also, you could use a little bit of squirt of oven cleaner, like from an aerosol can, and maybe follow it up with something else to rinse it out. Of course, wear eye protection if you use anything like that. But that's an issue for a lot of vehicles, is this connection right here. So I'm almost certain that I had an issue on this connection. So I'm just going to go ahead and I probably had an intermittent issue, is what I should say, on this connection. So now I'm going to just start off new by cleaning that. This is just a spare alternator that I have. The one on the car is still good, but I do need to clean this connection up and install a new connector. On this particular alternator, this alternator is internal, has an internal voltage regulator. It's full fielded all the time. And so this is basically like a one-wire alternator, with the exception when the computer sends a certain amount of voltage to this, it actually tells the voltage regulator to reduce the output to a lower output. And they do that so the alternator doesn't get loaded up if the electrical demand is not high. Then they want to cut down any drag, so the vehicle will not burn as much fuel, which, that's a subject of opinion. I think that's kind of nonsense. I don't think it's anything significant, but opinions are like just about everything else. Everybody has one. But it's not worth having a situation where you're having an intermittent problem, or any kind of a problem at all, just because you've got a bad connection. It's probably better, if you're doing this kind of work, pick up a new connector when you get, like if you replace your alternator, or if you're just having issues. It's a good idea just to get a new connector. Even if an alternator is brand new, used, whatever the case, try to make sure that connection is clean in there. That's going to save yourself some trouble. So, well, thanks for watching, and I hope that this was helpful.